Okay, so throughout the years of me doing story times or YouTube, there's just a lot of stories that I haven't told on this channel. Specifically, this story I'm about to tell in today's video. Now, I'm not just gonna make a huge long intro, I'm just gonna jump straight into it because this is kind of a long story. So, this story time takes place 8th grade, middle school. So, I'm about to, my last year in middle school, I'm about to graduate, and, the year's going off good, but except almost towards the kind of end of middle school. So, I have this friend of mine, we'll give him a name, we'll call him Isaiah. So, my friend Isaiah, he's a really cool guy, really cool, but he would always, trick or mess with you a little bit. But this won't take the cake. But anyway, so enough of me bragging about his name. So one day we're hanging out. It's the end of the day. It's me, my friend Isaiah, and the three other people, friends of ours. And he ends up having a bottle of cologne. Now, at the time, we had gym class. We had it early in the morning, so he would always bring a bottle of cologne. So he pulled out his cologne, started spraying it at everybody. And this is when my teacher was out of class. She was gone for the day, and we had two assistants, helpers, if that makes any sense. Anyway, so Isaiah's going around the classroom spraying cologne at this girl as a joke, and he sprays it around the classroom and leads it outside. Well, all of a sudden, one of the assistants starts coughing up a storm, and she's covering her face and her nose with her shirt, and she's grabbing all of her things and she's walking out, which I thought was weird. So I asked one of the assistants, we'll give her a name, we'll call her Mrs. Ladybug. I'm just coming up with a random name, that's not her real name. Anyway, I asked Miss Ladybug, I said, why did Mrs. Blank leave? The bell hasn't ring yet. Because usually, the assistants and the teachers would leave after the students have left, the classroom. And she goes, well, she was having an allergic reaction. And I go, to what? She goes, to the cologne that Isaiah was spraying at. That's why she was leaving. I was like, oh. And she goes on to say how she's allergic to anything that's sprayable, so water, cologne, and all that. And we didn't know that. Anyway, so this happened on a Friday. So Monday comes, and me, my other friends, we're hanging out Monday, and Mrs. Ladybug's daughter is at school, and she's going around telling everybody how her mom was in the hospital this weekend. And we, me and one of my friends, we'll give him a name, we'll call him Joel. Me and my friend Joel were shocked to hear that, because me and him had the same class with Isaiah, but we didn't think nothing of it. So during lunch, we're hanging out with one of our friends, and the intercom goes off, and it says, Trent and Joel to the front office, please. Trent and Joel to the front office, please. And me and Joel, we were confused. So this is how my middle school worked. So on the left side of the school, you had middle school, and then the right side you would have elementary, which I don't know why my school system was built like that back then, but that's how it was. Anyway, so me and Joel, we ended up walking all the way to the to the front office, which is the elementary office, because our office was all the way by the middle school. Anyway, so we get there, and one of the principals from the middle school sees us, and she goes, "Can I talk to both of you guys in my office?" Which was not really an office. It was like a one of those rooms that had like a table. It's kind of like an investigation room. Like whenever you go to like a police department, it was kind of like one of those. Anyway, so she brings us in this room, and she goes, "Okay, boys, I need to ask you both a question. Joel, I'll start with you first." And he goes, "Okay." So she goes, "Okay, so you know how Isaiah spread the cologne Friday?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, well, she goes, "So did he know that Mrs. Ladybug was allergic to it? Did he know? Did he not know? And can you tell me what happened?" So Joel just tells her that, like, what happened that day. That he was spraying cologne in the classroom, and he didn't, around this girl as a joke, and he did not know about it. To then she was writing the whole thing down on like her little notepad that she had. She goes, "Okay," and then she looks at me. She goes, "Trent, when I ask you the same thing, or is it the same as what Joel's telling me?" So at this point, like, I'm not gonna lie, okay, and I tell her the truth. I'm like, "Listen, everything that Joel's telling you is the truth. There's no lie about what he's telling you. It's the complete truth." She goes, "Okay," and then she writes same thing down. And then we leave her office. Now this is where the story goes upside down. So me and Joel were leaving the kind of office, and he ends up telling me, he goes, "Trent, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you just snitched on Isaiah." I'm like, "No, I didn't." He goes, "Yeah, you did." I go, "How? I didn't even say." How did I even snitch on him? So he goes on to say that I snitched him out, and I did not know. And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I didn't even snitch on him. I don't know what you're talking about." So at this point, this guy goes telling everybody now that I snitched on him, and how, I did all this to him, which was honestly not the truth. I don't know why he was, saying that. Anyway, so Wednesday we had a field trip to one of the colleges that our school was putting on, and we go to before we even left, I think it was Tuesday, and I seen Isaiah, and I run up to him like, "Listen, dude, whatever Joel's telling you, it's a lie. Like, don't listen to that guy. He's just lying to you." He goes, "Trent, I can't believe you." I go, "Bro, he's lying to you. How do you believe this guy?" And he goes, "You know what, Trent? I want you to stay away from me." And he walks away. So then so I ended up like being all depressed that day, because Wednesday was a field trip to the college, and I had nobody to go with, right? Because it was my whole class of 8th graders, and then some of the teachers. So I was honestly at a downfall. So Wednesday during the field trip, I was just super like alone that day. I had no one with me. I was by myself, and I didn't know what to do. So then so after the college and all that, it was Thursday. I end up being back in school. I'm just sitting by myself alone and all that, and I end up wanting to get everything right. So what I did was I went to one of my teachers that me and Isaiah had, and I ended up talking to her, and she at first she goes, I walk into her class, I said hi to her. We'll give her a name. We'll call her Miss Mello. So I walk into her class, I said, "Hi, Miss Mello." She goes, "Hey, Trent, And I sit at my desk. I'm all upset. She goes, what's wrong, Trent? I go, can I ask you something? She goes, sure. So then I walk up to her desk. She goes, so what's up, buddy? I go, well, I have a problem. She goes, what's your problem? I go, well, I don't know if you heard about Isaiah in the Cologne. And she goes, oh yeah. She goes, yeah, I heard about that. I go, well, Joel told the principal that I rat out, Isaiah, and now Isaiah hates me. He doesn't want to talk to me now, so I don't know what to do. She goes, so tell me what happened. So I end up telling Miss Mello the whole story from start to finish, and how I did not lie to Isaiah, and that how Joel was pulling my leg, and how he's trying to, think that that he actually, anyway. So she goes, okay, I was actually going to talk to Isaiah about this. I was going to talk to him outside during our last classes of the day, because at the end we had Miss Mello at the end of the day. She goes, do you want to be part of that conversation? And I go, no. She goes, okay, I'll talk to him, and then I'll let you know by Friday. Is that okay? I go, okay. So Friday comes along, and we end up talking outside, me and Miss Mello, and I ask her what Isaiah said. She goes on to say how that he was sorry for him thinking that he snitched, that you snitched on him, which was not true, and how he thought it was true and it was not, and he just wants to forget this whole thing ever happened. I go, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. So I walked back in the class, and we were on good terms. But yeah, me and Isaiah were good, and we ended up graduating middle school, which is honestly great for both of us. And to this day, I haven't talked to Isaiah ever since that incident, but I did talk to Joel, the one that was part of that story. And we always joke. I always joke around with him every time, because me and him go to the same high school together. So yeah, that's it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Moral of the story is, make sure, don't ever spray cologne in any rooms, and don't chase around somebody with cologne, because you don't know if that person or anyone could be allergic to any type of spray. Okay, moral of the story, do not spray anybody. Okay, that's it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed today's story time. If you guys did, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. If you guys are brand new to the channel, feel free to leave your guys' story times in the comments down below, and subscribe if you're new. I'll see y'all later. Peace.